This is the most important episode you hear this week. Now picture this. You're lying in bed exhausted, but your mind is still spinning. You shift your legs, your back aches, and you stare at the ceiling, wide awake at 2 a.m. What do? Now, here's what almost nobody tells you about sleep after 60. A groundbreaking 2022 study from the Journal of Sleep Health found that over 70% of adults past retirement age don't suffer from insomnia because of age. They struggle because of tension buildup in the nervous system that goes unaddressed by most sleep advice. And this is what shocked researchers. The older adults who reported the most restful sleep all had one thing in common. They practiced a few specific movements before bed that most doctors never mention. And Japan's oldest doctor put those exact movements to the test in a clinical program with over 1,000 seniors. After just 2 weeks, over 80% were falling asleep faster and waking up with less stiffness. And in today's conversation, he'll walk you through exactly how to restore your body's natural sleep rhythm. Completely natural. Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast. Doctor, I've been looking forward to this episode all week.
Me too, John. Everyone will love this episode because of how simple it is. No equipment, no complicated poses, just slow movements that anyone can do at home. And these stretches aren't just about flexibility. This is about whether you drift off peacefully at 9 p.m. or lie awake at 2 a.m., tense and restless.
Amazing. Because for so many of my patients, it's not just about sleep. It's about what sleep represents: peace, healing, the ability to feel safe in your own body again. So if you are still listening, please watch till the end.
Exactly. I've worked with thousands of seniors over the decades. And the truth is that most aren't suffering from true insomnia. They're just holding tension they never release. Their bodies aren't worn out. They're wound up. And everyone will already feel a difference tonight following the steps of today.
So what will it look like?
I will go through the exact stretch sequence I give my patients, including the breathing method Navy SEALs use to switch off stress fast. We'll start seated, then move to a few in-bed movements that reset your nervous system naturally. And at the end, I'll show you a position that reduces cortisol and signals the brain. It's time to sleep.
That reminds me of a patient I saw not long ago, Mrs. Koizumi, 82. She hadn't slept through the night in over a decade, told me her sleep switch was broken. But after just 10 nights of a simple pre-bed routine, she was sleeping 6, sometimes 7 hours uninterrupted. No pills, no gadgets, just calm.
That's the power of resetting the nervous system.
So, we will dive into the first step very soon. Just one question: why does sleep become so elusive after 60? Doctor, what's really happening in the brain and body when that cycle begins to fall apart?
It begins with something even quieter than insomnia. After 60, your nervous system, especially the part responsible for calming you down at night, stops responding like it used to. Not because you're broken, but because your brain assumes you don't need that deep recovery anymore. It's the price of chronic stimulation. The body adapts to tension just as easily as it adapts to relaxation.
That's exactly what I hear. But I take a walk every evening, and I tell them, yes, but that doesn't reset your stress circuits. It doesn't signal safety.
Right. True rest isn't just about sleep. It's about the ability to enter calm. And that's a skill. It depends on breath, posture, and gentle motion. Most people don't realize that the body can be taught how to fall asleep again, if we give it the right cues. And for that, we have to retrain both the muscles and the mind.
So it's not just psychological, it's physical too.
Yes, the breath and body are the remote controls of the brain. That's why I don't just give people advice on sleep. I guide their nervous system.
That's a beautiful reframe. We say wind down, but no one ever teaches us how to actually do it. So how do we start?
Before we stretch a single muscle, we begin with breath. Because sleep doesn't begin in the body. It begins in the nervous system, and one of the fastest ways to calm that system is a simple breathing technique known as box breathing.
Box breathing. I have heard of that before.
Yes, John, it's very known. It's used by clinicians, therapists, and even military groups, not to prepare for battle, but to quiet the brain's threat response.
So how does it work?
The method is simple. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for another 4. Do this cycle 4 to 5 times, and your heart rate, cortisol levels, and racing thoughts all begin to slow.
I've recommended this exact rhythm to patients who struggle with falling asleep, and many are surprised by how quickly it helps. It's like flipping the switch from on to off, without medication.
Exactly. And the key isn't to force the breath, but to guide it. The slower and quieter, the better. You can sit on the edge of your bed, place your hands on your lap, and simply close your eyes. The goal is to feel the breath in the belly and not just the chest.
This tells your vagus nerve the body is safe, right?
Yes, that one signal alone has been shown in studies to reduce blood pressure and anxiety within minutes.
So this isn't just about feeling calm. It's about shifting your body out of fight or flight and into rest and repair. And we can show you exactly how it looks with today's visual guide.
Right. You'll see the breathing rhythm demonstrated clearly in the clip we've included. But even if you're just listening, try it now. Just 4 cycles. Inhale, hold, exhale. Pause. No rush, no strain. Let the rhythm do the work.
And if you want to go deeper,
you can extend the practice to 5 minutes. Many of my patients say that's when the real magic happens. Their thoughts slow, their body softens, and sleep comes easier.
that's powerful. And now that we've calmed the system, where do we go next? What's the first physical step toward preparing the body for sleep?
Now we introduce gentle motion, and we begin at the top, with the shoulders. Why? Because when people carry stress, the shoulders are one of the first places it hides. Tension collects there quietly, tightening posture and interfering with relaxation. So we roll them backward, forward, slowly without force.
It sounds simple, but there's a whole chain reaction happening underneath, isn't there?
Yes, rolling the shoulders does more than loosen muscles. It opens the upper spine, improves blood flow, and begins to synchronize movement with breath. That's the secret. You're not just moving, you're restoring the conversation between the nervous system and the body.
And it's also one of those movements people stop doing without noticing, until suddenly they can't look over their shoulder or lie flat comfortably.
Exactly. I recommend sitting upright, feet flat on the floor, hands resting gently on your thighs. From there, just begin to roll the shoulders back in a slow, full circle. Do 6 to 8 slow rolls backward, then repeat forward. Let your breath move with the motion. No tension, just awareness.
So the focus isn't on perfection, it's on connection.
That's right. And if you feel stiffness, that's okay. You're not trying to force it out. You're simply inviting the tension to release. Over time, that invitation becomes the habit.
What I like is that this can be done in bed or even from a chair, and it signals to the body, we're winding down now.
Exactly. We're training the body to shift gears, and the more often you pair this movement with your bedtime routine, the faster that signal gets. Think of it like setting a dimmer switch. Each night, just a little more softness.
So, shoulders rolled, breath calm. Where does the stretch journey go next?
Now we move inward. It's called the bear hug, and it does more than you'd expect. It opens the upper back, relaxes the chest, and gently activates muscles around the spine. But it also has a surprising emotional effect. Hugging yourself helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and signals safety to the nervous system.
That makes so much sense. It's like giving the body permission to settle.
Exactly, sit upright or lie back slightly. Then gently cross your arms across your chest, left over right or right over left, whichever feels natural. From here, just hold. Breathe in. Then exhale slowly, letting your elbows gently draw in closer. Repeat the breathing and holding for about 20 seconds.
So this is really about anchoring calm, not forcing a stretch.
Correct. It's not about range, it's about reconnection. You're telling your nervous system, we're safe. We can let go now.
Would you suggest alternating sides?
Yes. After 1 or 2 slow breaths, switch the arm on top. Then repeat the same motion. Hold, breathe in, exhale, release. You may even feel your upper back or shoulder blades open just slightly. That's a good sign. It means the fascia is releasing.
It's amazing how something so small can make such a big difference in how you feel in your body.
The most powerful movements are often the gentlest because they work with the body, not against it. This one helps improve posture, eases that tight forward curve many people develop, and helps quiet the chest, where anxiety often lives.
So from this moment of stillness, what is the next step? So once we've softened the upper body, is it time to lie down?
Yes, lying down helps shift the nervous system towards sleep. It grounds the body, reduces tension in the spine, and invites the breath to deepen. I always suggest lying flat on the back, knees bent or straight, depending on comfort. Place a pillow under your knees if your lower back needs support. Let your arms rest beside you, palms up, a signal to the body that it's safe to release.
I love that. Just that image alone makes you want to exhale.
Now, from that resting position, we begin with a small but powerful movement. Head turns. Gently turn your head to the right, then back to center, then slowly to the left and return. Do this a few times with your breath. It releases deep tension around the neck and brainstem, where many seniors unknowingly hold stress.
And I imagine it also signals the eyes, the balance centers, the whole vestibular system, that it's time to slow down.
Exactly. It's not just muscular, it's neurological. After the head turns, bend both knees with your feet flat on the bed. Slowly sway your knees from side to side. There's no goal here. Just allow the hips and lower back to move gently, like a wave. Do this for 30 seconds to a minute. It decompresses the spine and hydrates the sacroiliac joints.
This is such a helpful contrast. Most people think sleep prep is about supplements or blackout curtains. But this is about reclaiming the body's own ability to rest.
When you reintroduce safety and softness into the nervous system, the body does what it was built to do: repair. Sleep isn't just unconsciousness, it's deep cellular work, and this kind of movement helps unlock it.
That gives me the image of just floating into rest. But for those of us who sit a lot or have stiff hips, is there anything we can do to support the lower body specifically?
Yes, and that brings us to a stretch that's especially powerful: the hamstring release. Many seniors don't realize how much tight hamstrings interfere with sleep. When those muscles are shortened, they pull on the pelvis and lower spine, creating discomfort even while lying down. That's why this gentle stretch is so helpful before bed. It unwinds the tension from hours of sitting and cues the legs to relax.
And I assume this is one of those stretches that can be adapted based on someone's mobility.
Precisely. If you're able, lie on your back with one knee bent and the other leg extended gently upward. Hold the back of your thigh or calf, not the foot, and breathe into the stretch. If that's too intense, simply bend the knee slightly or even support it with a towel behind the thigh. The goal isn't range, it's relaxation.
That's such an important point. You're not chasing flexibility, you're inviting calm.
Exactly. Hold for about 20 seconds per leg, breathing deeply, then switch sides. You may notice one side feels tighter. That's okay. It's a reminder of where the body needs attention, not a flaw.
So let's finish strong. What's the last thing we can do to fully signal to the body? It's time to let go.
We finish with the hips, specifically a gentle passive stretch where the soles of the feet come together and the knees fall open. It's known for opening the inner thighs and pelvis, but more importantly, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the branch responsible for rest and digestion. By holding this position and breathing slowly, you're giving the brain a final cue that the day is done.
How long should someone hold it?
Start with 30 seconds and build up to 2 minutes if it feels good. If your knees don't naturally fall all the way, place pillows underneath for support. This isn't about forcing range, it's about resting into gravity. And as always, continue breathing.
That's the through line in all of this, isn't it? Movement, but without strain. Breath, but without force.
Exactly. And now we finish with a full body stretch. Arms above the head, feet stretched out long, like a tree expanding its roots and branches. This releases any last bits of stored tension and opens the lungs one final time. Some people like to gently pedal their feet or circle their wrists. I say follow what feels good. You've earned it.
So, doctor, we are not done yet, although this sequence is finished. Listeners need to hear this. Although the body is stretched, the mind is quiet and obviously in a different state than when we began. What would you say to the listener who still feels restless? Who's worried that even with these movements they won't fall asleep?
I would say you are not broken. You're just carrying too much energy from the day, and it needs a gentle way out. These movements aren't magic tricks. They're invitations to reconnect, to feel your body again, and allow rest to return naturally.
That's really comforting, because for so many people, the problem isn't falling asleep. It's trusting that sleep will come.
Exactly. Sleep doesn't respond to force. It responds to permission. And these stretches, they're one of the kindest ways to give that permission.
You've said before that sleep is like a garden. It grows best in a quiet, tended space.
Yes. And even if tonight isn't perfect, the message you're sending your body matters. You're saying, I'm safe, I'm home, and I'm ready to rest.
Amazing, doctor. And to everyone still listening, we love to see you comment that you finished the episode and please give the video a thumbs up. It sets you apart from the rest. We appreciate all of you and hope to see you in the next episode.